Sounds good. Yeah, so what we were talking about,
Shut up, this is my show.
yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tiger Talks. That was awesome. Yeah, it's a TikTok trend, apparently.
It's a trend, apparently.
Never seen that, but now I'm in the know.
These kids are weird.
Anyway, as you can see, I am your host wearing the famous Tiger Talks shirt. And now I've got a cool Tiger Talks mask. It's like literally a tiger. If you can see, if you're watching the video, it's literally a tiger mask. My brother got this one for $1. So I'm going to take this off, though, because it's very uncomfortable.
It's also weird and cringy.
But it's vibing, it's styling.
I don't know about that. Okay.
Anyway, today on the show, we are excited to have the one and only Ethan Agnor, a.k.a. Wolverine, the man himself. Please, everyone, give him a warm round of applause. Ethan Agnor.
Sound effects.
That'll go in post.
Yeah.
Ethan, thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's a real treat to have you. I know my people have been talking to your people for weeks, and it's been crazy working around busy schedules. You've had so much going on. You are a famous influencer. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I mean, I've been slammed lately, so
yeah,
you got to get with my agent if you want to get with me. You know what I mean?
He's very poppin'. Oh, actually, no, he really is a photographer though. He do be having his own photography business. How's that been going?
It's slow. Yeah, it's a little slow. But I've been really busy with a lot of other stuff right now too. So I honestly don't. I'm not trying to market myself or market my business as much as I normally would be. So it makes sense.
Yeah, that kind of thing is a hustle too, because
exactly.
You know, it's a lot of people do photography, but at the same, not to say that it can't be done, but it's like it takes a lot. You got to really be like in it if you want to like grow and like expand your market.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, life be like that. Life. There's a lot going on. So Ethan, we've had a lot of talks over the past. We've known each other for how long? What has it been? Couple months? Couple weeks?
Shut up. Yeah, we met at like a rager. Oh.
Yeah, like about 3 weeks ago. So we've gone pretty close since then. It's wild.
For real, like what?
It's been like 6 years, 7 years, something like that. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We met at summer camp way back in the day.
Way back in the
day.
We
were wee lads.
Young bloods.
Yeah. Now we're older. But anyway, throughout that time we've had a lot of talks, and we've gotten pretty close. And we've talked about a lot of different things. Basically, with the underscoring theme of things aren't always easy, which is a broad. It can be a very broad term, but like we've had a lot of talks about particularly like different things that like happen that aren't like, you know, it appears like some people it feels like, oh, you know, this works out, or like that works out for them, or to whatever big or small degree. But it's like there have been times when like, you know, we've talked to each other about different things. It's like, okay, well, this honestly just kind of sucks. There's like car troubles, like family things, life things. There's a lot of things just in life, and not even just with us, but like a lot of people that like it seems like life is just kind of constantly just kind of like beating not you personally, but just like beating you down, and like life has a way of just like being tough, and especially coming to the age like, you know, 23, 22, 21, like starting to do your own thing and figuring out what that is. And so with that, it's like it's very easy to get discouraged, I think, a lot of times about kind of you know, what's going on and like the things that we can't control. So this is one of the things that like we've kind of talked about, and then this is just my life is, you know, when I was four, I think, you know, my dad and mom divorced, and then I was raised with my mom, and my dad wasn't really relevant, and then, you know, whenever he was, there were like issues and just like emotional things and just different stuff that would happen, and it's one of those things that like you seem to like, divorce is so like prevalent in today's culture. So like it's normal. So like it's somewhat of a normal thing, you know, per se, I guess. But growing up, it's never like an easy thing, you know, and like it takes its toll. How do you think? Okay, so let me ask you this: how do you think, like, because your parents are divorced as well, right?
Yeah, they get divorced about when I was let's see, sophomore, junior high school. So I was about 16. So, I was old enough to kind of understand what it was, but like, it still sucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
how do you think something like that, like personally for you, and also just kind of in general, like impacts someone in a very formative age, or like being a child, being a teenager, like growing up, as opposed to someone who doesn't experience that?
Right. Yeah. I mean, like when you go through that as a child, whether you're older or younger, like it definitely impacts you. But the difference is, like, when you go through that, you grow up. Like say they get divorced about the time that you're in middle school or high school. So you're growing up and you're learning and you're going through a bunch of things in terms of puberty. So you're going through puberty. You're going through social dilemmas and different like other areas in life where you're like stressing out, or you're a growing kid and you're learning about things, and it could be dating, it could be like your grades, for Pete's sake, like anything like that. It could be sports, extracurriculars. It could be college, looking towards the future and like, oh, what am I gonna do? You're already dealing with all of that kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden this whole life change happens. And so now you have to figure out, oh, where am I going to sleep tonight? Who am I going to go hang out with this day or at this event or this holiday, And so it just adds on a lot more stress. And that's like the biggest thing that I've seen, is just more like kind of like worrisome stress that you have to deal with. Now there are tons of other things that you kind of have to take on once that happens as well, especially once you get older. Insurance type things, finances, just a bunch of different kind of things like that. So there's a big impact. But even aside from that, I mean, depression and anxiety hit, and like feeling like it was your fault, or because I dealt with that a lot. So there's a lot of different things that go on that obviously don't happen when your family is grounded. And when your family is grounded and you have a family that sticks together, and whether that's a Christian family or not, I mean, most of the time it's, you have a good Christian family that sticks together and everything like that. You have that, and I've seen friends and other people grow up with that. They don't have to worry about all of these things, that add on. And so, it just adds on a lot of unnecessary, stress and anxiety. So
yeah, and I think like with a situation like that, personally for me as well, it can set a precedent of like uncertainty, and like, oh, if you can't even trust your own parents, like, it's kind of setting a foundation, or tries to set a foundation of like, I gotta fend for myself. I can't really like trust people. Like, it's difficult to like care about and trust people, like, because from the get-go, like, such and such like isn't there, like they're doing this or not doing this, and yet it is difficult because granted, like, you see other people, like, and it's like, oh, it shouldn't be too much to ask, like, having both parents or whatever. And like, I think, of course, there's a lot to say for like, families that do stay together, like, that is like, it's awesome. Like, of course, everyone wants that.
Yeah.
At the same time too, though, it's very interesting because like there are a lot of traits that people, not even just people with like divorced parents, but people from like troubled upbringings, or like difficult circumstances, or like what honestly probably a lot of worse, even worse places than what I've been in.
Yeah.
That it's very interesting to see kind of like the mentality that develops, not even like negatively, like, oh, like insecurity, abandonment issues, but on the flip side of that, even like a certain type of like strength and just kind of like perseverance to like get through stuff. And it can be a very positive thing to to go through something like that and think, you're stronger for it. It's the cliche thing to say, like, oh, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Right,
people that, storms don't make a good... Wait, what is it? Peaceful seas make a good... I don't know. Difficulty makes you better, whatever. But it's like, it's easier said than done, because it's like, no one wants to go through that, But then, I don't know, I've even realized, like, in my life, there have been certain things, like, if there's a higher level of like difficulty set from the beginning is like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But like at the same time too, that's that much more pressure that I can handle, or like difficulties that I can actually go through and still be like succeed and successful. And even as like you go on and like you make something of yourself, and like, or you're trusting God for your future, or like whatever, like however you want to put it, when you get to that point, it means that much more because you have a more solid foundation than someone that maybe hasn't gone through as much. And granted, of course, everyone goes through stuff, but I think it's just kind of, I don't wish anything differently. Like there are times, of course I do, but I don't wish anything differently, because then I wouldn't be like who I am today, and how like it affects me in a positive way.
But then you automatically naturally think like, oh, what it could have been like if this happened differently, or this happened this way, or this happened whatever, like you naturally think that way, Yeah. But like you said, the whole cliche sayings and stuff like that. But I heard this other one. I can't remember where I heard it. Maybe I made it up. Honestly, I don't even remember. But basically, it's like if you were given a like 20-pound weight from the start, right? And you're pumping that weight, and it's very hard, right? And you're not at that level yet, but you're pumping it, and you practice and practice. You keep lifting that weight over and over again over time. And then you have a friend that is given a 5-pound weight, okay? And they're pumping that weight. It's so easy for them. They're just doing it, right? It looks easy. You're looking at them like, man, I wish I had a 5-pound weight, right? And then all of a sudden, a 20-pound weight gets dropped onto them, okay? And then they can't bear, like they can't barely lift that, right? And then you're just over there and then you get handed a 30, and you're just chilling, going at it, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, wow, if I have gone through so much, and I've seen it personally, I've seen it firsthand, like I've gone through so much, and then big things happen to me, and it's like, oh, it's not that it's like, oh, it's just nothing, but it's so much easier to go through certain things after you've already been through certain things, and the Lord has brought you through whatever, and you're better off, and the longer you have like a story to tell, you have a set of like either skills or a set of like advice or wisdom that you can give to somebody else that could be going through something like that you've already gone through. And like I said, I've seen it firsthand. Like I have friends that have, just haven't really gone through much in their life, and that's not bad. Like I don't wish anything bad on anybody that I know, but I have friends that have gone through like almost nothing, right? And then all of this stuff hits them, and it is literally killing them. Like they're going through so much, and it is unbearable, Mm-hmm. And so it's just like, wow, thank you, Lord, for like, it sounds, cheesy or whatever, but like, thank you, Lord, for all the stuff that I've been through, because like, I trust you all the more for it,
Yeah. And I think too, like something that I think about, and that really hits me like now as an adult, as like as I think about it in different ways, and as I mature as a person, as a, now a grown man, is like, you can growing up, like you always look at like everyone else and, oh man, I wish I had that, or like, oh they don't know what it's like for this to happen, or whatever, but then like it's interesting because I've even started to think too about like, okay, well, this was and is my life, this is the cards that I'm dealt, but at the same time, this person over here has it a lot worse than I have it too, and so it's very interesting to think that like, while it can be, I don't want to say like beneficial. It's interesting to see like kind of what other people go through to kind of like gauge where you're at. Mm-hmm. But to a point, you kind of can't really do that so much, just because like any kind of comparison, I feel like, and this is just like in life, whether it's like difficulties or like skill sets or personality or whatever, it's like the more I go on and the more I see different people and different types of things and different types of people, the less you can really compare, just because like I don't know, like because maybe there's like someone that and I have a hard time keeping myself on this, just because we're human beings and we compare to each other so easily, because we're always like bombarded by oh, you should be like this person or like that, or like you shouldn't be like this or that. But whether it's the factor of so many people have it, this person has it easier than me, or this person has it harder than me. The fact is you're where you're at. And like, even I think about it too with myself and different traits I have. Like, oh, if I could be if I could be better at this, or if I could be better at that, or if I could, have this but not that, it's like, okay, but that person also, they might have that, but you also have this and they don't have that, and right. not in like a, and right. It's not even like a levels type of way. It's more of like a spectrum of just many different things that are all different but like very valuable, and that's the thing. Like I'll there's a way to kind of like even flip it on its head that I've even tried to do even recently, is like anytime that like I could like compare myself to someone else, or see something someone else is doing, or something that someone else is, it's just kind of like my mentality, like, okay, if there's something like positive, or like there's something that I can gain, maybe I could look at this aspect and be like, oh man, compared to this. But there's this other aspect of that same person or situation that's like, okay, well, I can gain from that. So really, it's better that it's this way so that I can gain this other thing, right. And so it's kind of like, it's all like mental as far as like how you see things. And I don't know, I think about even like, I don't know, I'll be working on different projects sometimes or whatever. And I'm just like, oh man, I'm just, it's not good enough, or like, oh, I'm not good enough. And you can get like really in your head about it. But I think even in those times, it's like, it's just an opportunity to like grow and to get better, and like to just like nothing, like even like they say, failure is just like opportunity in disguise. Or it's just like, you hear little sayings like that. Yeah. But it's easier said than done. But you can, I don't know. It's just it really is a lot how we look at it. Yeah. Which in the moment, like no one wants stuff to happen like with their parents, or like no one wants their car to break down, or no one wants to like fail at this or that or the other. But I don't know. It's just like, it's hard to do, but like just trying to stay. I don't want to say stay positive. Right, just to Disney Channel, everyone.
It's having the right. Yeah, it's having the right mindset and perspective, I guess. When you have the inclination, you have the want and the need and the desire to succeed. However, it's not in the books, and you fail. It's just learning how to fail and fall properly. And so it's literally knowing exactly how to fail and having the right perspective and point of view when you do, Mm-hmm. And it's like having a positive attitude when you do. It's not, oh, stay positive, look at the bright side, there's always a silver lining. What is it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's having the right perspective, having the right attitude, and like, no, I'm gonna be better for this, like better off because of this, and in the future this will benefit me in some way, Mm-hmm. And I was gonna say earlier, like when you go through things, man, it's a big communicational / relational advantage, I guess you would say, because you have so many things that if you've gone through certain situations, that maybe somebody else has gone through, that gives you a relational point to kind of connect with someone on, like connect base, mm-hmm. what I mean? And so like if you haven't went through that much in life and you just kind of rode through and just living life, had pretty easy life, like you're not going to be able to relate with a lot of people that much,
Yeah, I think like it definitely gives you credibility with people, and like, your struggles and your trials now are like just the primer for that good that you're going to be in someone else's life, even if like you're the one that has to go through it now, so that you can help someone else down the road. And even thinking about like, because we've also talked about too, like things about, I don't know, there are certain times, and everyone feels this way. This is not just isolated to like, oh, this is, because I went through what I went through when I grew up. Like, no, everyone's felt like this too. But even like going through, whether it be school or church or sports teams or whatever, and just like feeling, and to a degree, it can come from like certain things that happen in your upbringing, but just to a degree, everyone experiences this too. Yeah. Just feeling like left out, or like feeling like an outsider, or feeling like, oh, no one gets it, or like feeling isolated. Right. Everyone, and this is such a prevalent topic. This is kind of why I want to talk about this too, just because everyone has gone through this. Right. So I think it's very important to just kind of see it the right way. Is everyone like feels isolated at times? Everyone feels like, left out, or like, outcasts, are just like different too. And you know, that's even another thing that kind of ties in, but it's kind of separate. That I've thought about a lot growing up. It's like I never like I would do a lot of different things and be around a lot of people, and like I have people that I say were friends, I guess, but it just felt like, you know, I always felt like different from like everyone else, and I don't know. It's kind of cliche to just like say like, oh, you know, I always knew I was different. Like, no, it's not like that. It's just like, it's like you feel there are certain things. It's like, okay, well, do I really like fit in, or do I really, you know, right. Do I belong here, or whatever? Yeah. And like it's a very interesting, you know, thing, because it's like to a degree, you know, everyone. How do I put this? To a degree, everyone wants to fit in, but to a degree, no one does. Right. No one actually does. And so it's I think even personally too, it's like it's realizing that like no matter like who actually, you know, who likes me, who doesn't like me, no matter how close I am to people, how not close I am to people, like whatever I think is like going on, you know, determining my like my worth or my belonging in any type of setting or scenario, you know, even starting with like family stuff. Like it's very easy to feel like, oh, if this family stuff happens, it's like, oh, you know, my parents think this about me, whatever. Or even going through school and it's like, or activities, and it's like, oh, do I like, do I actually belong here? Do I belong here? Like, you just kind of just trying to find your place. And it's like, I don't know. Personally, I'm kind of at the point where it's like, I'm like, it's not even the right question to ask anymore. Just because it's like, you know what, I'll make my place. You know, who's there, who needs to be there, will be there. Yeah. You know, even like, you know, my parents and stuff, like I want to have good relationships with my parents and even my family. It's like, but you know, I can't control what I can't control. And it's like, whether it's family, friends, coworkers, whatever, it's like, we're at an age too, is like you're trying to make your own life and make your own person and groups. And so it's like, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be, and like, you know, accepting it, I guess, but still trying to be like the best, most like loving person that you can to everyone else around you as well, you know, because it's just, I don't know, it's just it's a tricky thing, just because like, I don't know, it can be a harsh world sometimes. All around me are familiar faces. Yeah, I don't know the rest of the song.
I don't either. But no, I mean it's a hard life. It's a hard knock life, you know.
For us, yeah. But no, I mean, it's just all that to say, you know, whatever like is happening or ever has happened or is going to happen, like really for anyone, like no matter like where I guess things have come from or where they're going, like I don't know. There's just a lot to gain from, I don't know, difficulty in general.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, you have to have the right perspective. Like if you're just going to go through something and be like, oh, that was wasted time. No, like no time is wasted, you know? You should always find some way to learn, to grow, to benefit from whatever you go through in life. And I was going to say this earlier, but you know, like when you know, a lot of people are going through a certain situation and they get, you know, kind of isolated and feel alone, or they feel depressed and anxiety hits, stress hits, whatever it is, you know, there's a lot of people that happens to, and they feel like that they can't talk to anyone. And literally probably the best thing you can do is talk to someone. Whether you're a Christ follower or not, you can literally talk to someone about it and about what you're going through, and you know, you'll be better, you know, to some degree. Like, because if you just stick to yourself and, you know, just kind of be isolated, like, and you stay isolated, you know, and like voluntarily isolated, then it won't get any better most of the time. You know what I mean? You're like, we have community, whether it's your friends, you know, whether it's your family, you know what I mean? Like, we have people we can talk to, and people just need to be okay with talking about things, you know? Yeah. And I understand some people are more private than others, but like we're humans, and you know, we're that sounds really stupid, but we're in this together, you know what I mean?
Are we all humans, really?
So, no, I mean, I'm saying, like,
I thought we were in a Matrix. I thought we were just, like, kind of, like, existing.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying, like, it sounds stupid to say we're all in this together, but, like, literally, we are, and, like, we are one people, and if we, like, stick to ourselves and, like, not, like, just don't talk about anything, you know, it doesn't benefit anyone. It doesn't help anyone. Yeah, I think so. We should be there for each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's crazy too, because like you think even with the thought of like, oh, you know, no one else gets it. Like no one else knows.
Right.
Like no one else.
But they do.
But like that's the thing is like if you really get down to talking to like more people than not, you get down to like talking to where it's like everyone's got like something, and not even just like, you know, shallow stuff. Even people you think like, oh, it's just shallow stuff. Like no, like everyone's got like deep stuff and like things going on like in real life, because everyone's living life.
Right. Exactly.
And so I think like when you expose that, and when you can like really like get down to like the actual like relationship and you know, caring about someone else, you know, I think it's a lot more people than not can detect like, you know, being real, so that like if you and that's not to say trust yourself with everyone, that's not at all what you should do, but like I think anyone would find that, because I'm not a very emotional person as far as like showing things, but like if I've got something going on, like I want to tell someone about it, like I want like someone else to know, like, or whatever, just so that I'm not like in it just like kind of suffering, because I know that I can do that, and I'll go on long drives and be very angry, but I prefer to like have someone like that I can, you know, tell about that stuff. Right. And I think that once you can like tell someone or open up or whatever, you find like other people are, like not only receptive, but it's like, oh yeah, you know I was like thinking this too, and like, I was feeling this. It's like, oh well, I had no idea you were ever like going through anything like that. And so it's like just opening that up is like you realize how much we all have in common.
No, literally,
but like low key is like
have conversations with people and like kill this judgment, man. Like cancel culture, shut up. Like
and also like just people that are so like people that are like different from you too, and like outside, and I love that. And because like I always, not that I like made it a point to like, I want to be like around like the weirdest people I ever can. No, but it's like, I think there's like so many times we all just kind of stay in like our bubble of, and I mean I do this, like of who our friends already are, who we're already comfortable with. But like I also find like so much enjoyment talking to, you know, whether it's people that like I don't see that often, or like I don't really know that well, or like just like honestly, dude, like even like weird people that think like, oh, what are they like standoffish, like no, but like a lot of the people that like maybe aren't inside my circle like have a lot of the best insight, because it's so like it's outside of what I experienced. But then also there's a lot of commonalities that you would never know had you not had a conversation with that person, or like gone out of your way to talk to them. And it's like, wow, like my circle can grow because there are all these other like cool people that like you know exist. And I don't know, it's like that's more fulfilling too than just kind of keeping the same. And there's a lot to say like growing close and growing deeper with like the people you already are close with. But like I'm always down to like, you know, hang out with new people and like, you know, get to know new people too, because like there's so much that anyone can like gain and benefit from like anyone else really. And like I feel like this is a culture of like so like people are like so closed off, and especially with like social media and COVID and everything, you're just so isolated already, so you have no desire. But like if anything, for me, I'm like, no, let's go. Like I want to get out and like meet more people, because I'm so like, you know, pent up inside all the time.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like this whole culture right now is just all, you know, we're on our phones. And I can't like say that I'm not doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing most of the time. You know, we're on our phones. We're looking at social media. We're watching Netflix. This, that, and the other. We're, you know, just chilling at our house because, you know, we have to, or, you know, whatever. Like COVID hit, you know, couldn't go anywhere. But like literally, like we could do so much. Like life, this is so stupid. Life is an adventure, but it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that we could go and do right now on this planet Earth, right? And you like live life, have experiences, you know, to the fullest. And like don't just like sit back, like deal with your stuff and just, you know, oh, woe is me, like I'm going through this, but I'm just gonna chill at my house and watch Netflix and eat ice cream, you know. But no, like get out there, meet new people, have fun, and like experience new things, you know.
Yeah,
I think life will kind of smooth out, like just ride it out, you know.
It all the biggest turning point is where you put your butt. What I mean by that,
that was a good silence right there.
What I mean by that is this: it's like, you know, there are the very real reasons why we should do something, and the very real reasons why we shouldn't do something.
Right.
But where is the but? Is it? Oh, I would love to go out and do this, or talk to this person, or have this experience, but I'm tired. But I have to do such and such. But I really shouldn't because such and such and such. Or is it? I have, and granted, this is within reason. Don't just take this and go crazy. But like, you know, oh, I have these things. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, maybe I should like. stay in this time, or like not do this thing, or not go out of my way and talk to that person or whatever. But I think I'm going to, but I know the better thing is to do it. So it's like,
yeah, for sure.
I don't know, where's the but? B-U-T.
T. Wow, we're children.
Anyway, no, but yeah. So, but you made a very interesting comment a minute ago. You said you could sit home or like be on social media, watch Netflix. My question to you is, so what you been watching on Netflix?
Wow.
Like I'm just totally changing the topic entirely just because why not? But like, what's on your queue right now? What you been into lately? I haven't been watching Netflix.
No, like
I've been on Hulu. Hulu's been on that grind right now.
No, honestly, Netflix isn't even my style right now. Like I'm just been on Disney Plus.
All right,
waiting for that new stuff.
What you been watching on Disney Plus?
We got Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got WandaVision. We got Loki straight up coming out. We got the Eternals, the new movie.
I watched
stuff. They're releasing everything.
See, but they're doing it too fast because I watched WandaVision. Every week it came out, I watched it. I was on the edge of my seat, loved it. Then the Winter Soldier thing came out, and I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, and I fell off after that. I'm like, I don't know if I even still care.
No, it was very not like it didn't suck by any means, but it was like tedious. It was just like, is this worth it? I don't know.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. I haven't been watching stuff lately. I watch movies here and there.
No, I mean honestly, I wasn't saying that I watch Netflix currently because I haven't even been watching that much stuff. Do you know what I mean,
bro?
I've been trying to get out and do stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
plus, TV shows are such a commitment. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, you have to binge watch whatever for so long, and then
I can't.
It's too much.
That's the thing, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like I've been trying.
There's always something new.
I've been trying to crank out these podcasts and some music stuff and whatever. Yeah. So shameless plug for Elijah Cortez. Go check me out on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at the Elijah Cortez. Go check Ethan out on Instagram. I couldn't tell. What's your Instagram handle?
Well, it's my name, Ethan Agnor. But then I also have Ethan Agnor Photography. If you need any. Yeah.
Go check him out on social media now. Go follow if you're not, and go follow
weddings, engagements.
Yes.
Family pictures.
Hit him up for all your needs. Yes. And then go follow at the Elijah Cortez on TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube as well.
Exactly.
But anyway, I went into that plug and I totally forgot what we were talking about.
I don't even know.
Also, this episode's sponsored by Mio, the drink of champions.
Yeah.
If you've never had Mio,
it's the aesthetic
as well.
Smoothie straws, reusable, save the turtles.
We care about the environment.
Ew, that's nasty. Ew.
Crisp, refreshing Mio, now in 5 different flavors.
Oh yeah.
That's Kool-Aid, idiot.
Oh yeah.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Anyway.
You're homeschooled, so.
I was homeschooled. You know what's crazy? Everyone's like, "Oh, you're homeschooled. Oh, what school do you go to? Oh, you're homeschooled. Oh, that's growing up." And then and then I went to college, right? And then no one asks you where you went to high school, so no one gives a crap. Therefore, it doesn't matter that you were homeschooled anywhere past high school, anywhere past graduating actual high school. And because you get into college and it's just a novelty fact, like, "Oh yeah, I was homeschooled." What? And then it's after in real life,
it's just a funny joke.
After in real life, you're like, people still like, "Oh, you were homeschooled." I'm like, "Oh, I was homeschooled." I'm like, "Oh," but it doesn't come up, and so I'm glad I made it past that. So if you're growing up and you're out there and you're homeschooled and you get ridiculed, take heart because it gets better. People aren't always gonna rag on you for it, and actually, you're gonna end up smarter than them. Then you can beat them up with your knowledge, and right?
No.
Tell me about that inferior.
We're gonna be 40 years old, and I'm still gonna be like, you were homeschooled.
Tell me about more about your inferior public school education.
I mean, I had a pretty decent. Actually, no, I didn't. I can't say anything, but
I had a fantastic homeschool. I had a fantastic homeschool experience. Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
You just wake up, eat some cereal in my underwear, and just do math at the same time, and then we were done by April. Had the whole 4-month summer, did the whole thing again, and. I would be out by there were days I'd be out by noon, maybe I'd be out by noon every day, and then for the year I was out by April, and all the kids are all in school, and it was like, oh, the biggest problem for me was, oh man, like all my friends are still in school, so who will I do all these fun activities with? Oh well, I guess myself and my family.
But wait, like if you're homeschooled, do you actually have friends?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about that. People think homeschoolers don't socialize.
No, they do though.
But it's like homeschoolers socialize more than public schools, and here's why: public schoolers are stuck with the same kids, and if you hate them, tough luck.
Right.
If you like them, great. If you're lucky, but homeschoolers can literally go and pick and choose all their activities. I did soccer, I did choir, theater, church. I did all Royal Rangers, which is like Boy Scouts, but all these different things, and like I ended up knowing like a lot more people even than a lot of public schoolers, and that's not like a flex, but it's low-key a flex, because like I don't know, take that, all the people who think that homeschoolers don't socialize, because we do. You can suck it.
It's totally a joke. No, but like I rag on you a lot, but like I mean it sounds legit, like it sounds cool, and I look forward to homeschooling my kids.
You think you're gonna homeschool? Are you gonna homeschool?
I honestly think I will. Honestly, yeah, for sure. I think that it would probably benefit them because for many reasons. But like the thing is, I say this in saying like I wish I could have been homeschooled. Blah blah blah. It sounds really cool. However, it really depends on who your family is. Because if you do not have like a very like grounded or close or even like not even that, just like if your family's just not equipped to do that, like it's not a good idea. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. And like there's some homeschoolers. Like there's some homeschooling families and some homeschooling experiences that are like they give it the image that people think, but like that's the thing is like with even public schoolers, like you can't generalize with them either because like they're a lot of really great people that are public schooled, really terrible people that are public schooled. Right. It's the same thing with homeschoolers. Like
that's true.
Homeschoolers are awkward. Like they're like hecka awkward public schoolers. Like or any other whatever you want to say. Like socializing. Awkward, knowledgeable, nice. Whatever. It's not about that. It's like it's the way you do it. I think personally, for what it is. Yeah. It's more like personalized to the kid and like the family, whatever. So I think there's a lot more flexibility, and I like that. I wish I went to high school for socialization. Like I kind of do, but for the education itself, like
it wasn't worth it.
I think it was. I'm thankful for the way I grew up. Not that I know any different, but that's probably what I would do with my kids. But like I don't know. There's lots to say for homeschooling. Now I might would put my kids in like maybe a couple years in high school just to like have that experience, play sports.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
There's a lot. It depends. I wouldn't recommend it, but
bro, it depends on the state of the world. By the time we have kids, like
that's very true.
It could be like
I'm a little fearful about what.
Yeah.
State of the world's
Who
like
knows? Who knows how things will be then? I don't know.
Yeah.
But we could be in the middle of the apocalypse, or.
Oh, don't say that.
You never know. You never know. But. If we're still around, if homeschooling's still around, like for sure.
Around. It's just gonna leave. Like it's just gonna flee the country. It's gonna be like, oh, there's no such thing as homeschooling.
Nah, you gotta rep the. We're gonna rep the.
I feel like it would be more of a possibility of public school not being like not existing in the future, and then everybody's just homeschooling everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the future, I could see more of a thing like of public school not being a thing. Because you can't fund the teachers and you can't fund
they have to figure out how to do it at home.
Yeah,
but
it would make more sense to me. But hey,
yeah, this is pretty chill.
They don't pay teachers enough, anyways. So
I know that's
like hot button issue.
I'm not gonna lie.
No,
like I went to school and like there were a lot of people that were like studying for like they want to be teachers. They're studying education. Bro, respect to them because I could never recently. I could never do that. Like even if the money was the money would have to be really great, but like some people that's their motivation. No, but some people that's like they want to teach, they want to raise the youth. I'm like
right. Like I want to do that to a degree, and like there's a certain playing field in terms of like what I actually want to do, but that's beside the point. But anyways, like I want to teach the youth. I want to teach somehow, but like to be like a straight up educational teacher in a public school, that's crazy. Especially lately with like COVID and everything, and plus, like I said, they don't pay teachers enough, and that's a point blank.
Respect to those soldiers.
For sure.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, but if that's their thing, then
props
fantastic.
to you. If you are in education right now, we thank you for real.
Yeah. But my mom was my teacher, so that's pretty.
Thanks,
pretty
Mom.
Thanks, Mom, for being the
Go Tracy.
teacher and the maid and everything else, the chauffeur and this and that. And But thank you, Ethan, for being here with us.
Thank you, Elijah, for asking me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Everyone, give Ethan another round of applause.
Crickets.
It's gonna be in post again.
Crickets. No, you should put the crickets there.
Oh yeah. Give Ethan another round of applause.
I can't do a cricket.
Yeah, that's sadly that's the first time that we haven't gotten like an actual standing ovation for our guests. So you must really suck. They must hate you. No, I'm just kidding. No, thanks for being here. We've had some great conversation.
It was fun. I love it.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a lot more episodes coming soon. I'm trying to crank out episodes, crank out new guests, new special guests.
Yes, sir.
New content, new talks, lots of new topics. So yeah, this has been Tiger Talks. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I know I have. Oh yeah. Do it one more time. Do it one more time.
Huh?
Do it one more time. This has been Tiger Talks. All right, stay fierce, Tiger Nation.
Ew, that's nasty. That's so stupid.
Come on, say it. All right, we'll catch you guys next time. Have a great night.
Drop the bass.
That's gonna be fun to edit.
Just sit like this.
Wait, I gotta get a good thumbnail. For the video, if I ever post it. Wait. If I ever post it, better post it. If I post the video.